Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming. I have a new setup. As you can see, this is my first video that's going to be using my new setup, my new equipment, blah blah blah, and I hope you like it. I'm making this video because a lot of people have been asking me about Beelstarmon. I've been playing it a lot in my gameplay videos, and people have been asking for the list. It's super similar to Grayson's list from DA's channel, Grayson on DA and Team Luxury. Me and him bounce back and forth a lot with Beelstar ideas because we're both a big fan of the archetype. But I just wanted to make a quick deck list for you guys, just because people have been asking, and I really like the deck. I think you should give it a shot if you're interested at all in Beelstar. It plays in a very fun way, and it is a very rewarding deck, I think. Anyway, starting off like always with the eggs, we have 4 Digimon, just best egg in purple, draw 1, discard 1. And then I played the 1 Pagumon. For a little bit I was playing the other Pagumon, the discard to get 1k, but there were just so many times where things would live that I wanted to die because of that extra 1k. So, I mean, keep that in mind. That little bit of a litmus can help you survive if that's your goal. Try that one out, but this one I just wanted to accelerate the mill and go with this guy. So those are the eggs. For rookies, obviously I'm gonna have the 4 Gabumon with the inheritable draw 2, discard 1. I think it's necessary for this archetype. I'm gonna have 4 Gazimon. A lot of people might try to cut this to 2 or 3. I think it's still so important against Bloomlord, against Melga, against so many things that memory just helps them extend plays, even against like it just comes up so much. And Gazimon, you just don't want to feel bad for swinging in with it, so you just run 4. You just run as many as you can so that you're not limited by how many you run in terms of how aggressive you can be. So more rookies. I run 2 Psychmon. Be careful because it does hurt you as well. You know, you won't be able to reduce the cost on Beelstar with this, but it stops your opponent from playing Death X, which is huge. It will keep them, if they're playing cross, you know, it comes up. Other little things. I just think it's good to have Floodgate, and in this deck you control when you pop your own Floodgate. You kind of decide you can be really aggressive with it, evolve over it, etc. I play 1 Dracmon so that you can do that Calling of Darkness loop towards late game. It comes up against grindier matchups like Security Control. Comes up in slower matchups, or just to like put that pressure on your opponent. Like, I am going to have Beelstar again and again and again, and you need to do something about it or deal with it. I do play 1 more rookie, and it's probably the best addition that came to this deck with the last couple sets, and that is the Startermon Blanc. I play 3 copies of it. It's just another great opener. Just the ability to discard one of your option cards to draw 2, just refill your hand. It's just a lot of like tempo advantage, honestly. Just having another opener, like, oh, I didn't hit the Eismon, well, I'm gonna, you know, play the Blanc. So it's not that bad. I've really enjoyed playing it. Give it a try. A lot of people are like, oh, I never thought of Blanc, and originally I didn't either until that guy. I wasn't thinking of Beelstar at all for a while, and then when that gentleman, I want to say I forgot his name, I'm so sorry, but when he won the regionals with Beelstar and I saw the Blanc in the list, I was like, ooh, interesting. I'm gonna mess around with that. Moving on to level 4s, obviously you gotta have your 4 Eismon Scatter Mode. It is so tempo up. Drawing 3, discarding 2, just a graceful charity on legs. For those of you who used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know why that's broken. We have the 1 promote. Having Rush on a level 4 is really good, not only for nail bone shenanigans, but the number of times where it's late game, they don't have any security left, they put me at 5, and I could just play a rookie, evolve over it, and win. Something that simple does come up quite a bit. I have 1 blocker. There's arguments that you could go to 2. There's arguments that this could be the Devimon if you value the evolution cheapness over the play cost cheapness. Because really the DP is pretty inconsequential. But I do like having the Viomon, at least one of. Maybe try a second. There are some cards I'll tell you that you could kind of play around with here. Doberman, I suggest running. It is a maybe. This could be your second Viomon if you want to run another blocker, another tech card, what have you. But I really like Doberman because it mills the 3, it gets you back the card you need, and it can get back any purple Digimon or Tamer. I don't run purple Tamers, but if you have a build that you want to try that in. This is totally flexible, and this is just anecdotally so good for me. It always comes up. The Ogremon seems to always survive the first check. It just puts that pressure on. I love this Ogremon in this deck, so probably was going to play a one of. Last format I did drop it to make room for things that I thought I needed in the format. So you could do the same. It could be a different card. I just really like Ogremon. I run the 4 Beelstar, of course. She's the star of the show. You need Beelstarmon, obviously. It's so good. It's the whole point of the deck. We have 2 Death Exmon. Very strong card. It's in this deck, you can take advantage of it so many ways. It could evolve over your Beelstar if they have a Floodgate out, or if you have your Psychmon out. And it just answers a lot of things. Even in matchups you don't think, just slamming Death X is fairly cheap. And just between this and your options, you'll keep them so behind that they have trouble just feeling like they're getting back in the game. So that's the Digimon lineup for my Beelstarmon deck. And just make some room here because there's a little less real estate on the screen with my new setup. So now we'll move on to the Tamers and options. For Tamers, we run 2 Kiroshiro. It's a memory Tamer. It gives you blue to play your blue options. And also the card draw is really good, really important. Excuse me, I'm not going to cut that out. I'm terrible at editing still, but excuse me. So, I mean, you could play maybe a Matt and Sora, but the card draw here just comes up so much more, I think. So I'm a big fan of Kiroshiro. That's the Tamers, just 2 of them. Options, the bread and butter. We run 4 Fly Bullets. This could go to 3 if you want to make room for other cute stuff. I like it at 4. I like how just generically good Fly Bullet is, so I run 4 of it. I run 1 of each of the other 3 Musketeer options, so I run 1 Gavault, 1 Happy Bullet. I think they come up a lot. The Gavault is kind of it's really good into Bloomlord, I think, and really good into Commandramon. The Happy Bullet is really good taking care of level 7 threats if it's the only thing on board. I wouldn't I wouldn't not run either of them at least 1. 4 Fly Bullet, minimum 3 for sure. This is minimum 3 Nailbone. I don't know if I'd run 4, but this is you put in your aggression, you get your win con. Nailbone is probably the best option in your deck. When they hit it in security, it messes up their math at the end of the game for what they can survive. It's amazing. Then we have our blue level, or our blue 7 costs. I run 3 Kaitis Breath and 3 Plasma Decardra Launchers. In the security, these are the same thing. It's a bounce, it's removal, but on play, Plasma Decardra can come up. It answers 7s when other things aren't board, which you have trouble with. And it answers 6s, so just their big stacks. It could cost 2 less. Paying 5 is better than paying 7 if you gotta pay it raw. So obviously these are just options. So that's your 7 cost option list. I wouldn't change too much, but like I said, you do have some wiggle room to play with. You could drop a Fly Bullet. You don't need to run both of these, though I wouldn't take both out, at least run 1. And then you could kind of play with the ratios of the blue to your taste. I play 2 Miss Memory Boost. I think early game, it's just another good opener besides Blanc, besides the scatter mode. You want to have a strong opening. You want to keep that pressure on. You want to just always be making momentum forward plays, if that makes sense. And I think this is really good for that. And then late game, it helps you accelerate into those big plays that you want to make. I play 2 Deathclaw. It's possible this could be 1, but with the limit of spoilers, the last card is Calling. You just have less ways to kill your own things if you need to delete your own Digimon. So Deathclaw, just for that, being a 1 cost to delete your own Digimon, comes up a lot. But at the very least, it can clear their floodgate if they have something that's stopping you. Again, you want to make very momentous tempo forward plays, and this really helps with that, because while it's a 2-for-1 on paper, you usually get a lot of value out of deleting your own Digimon. So if you're in control of the 2-for-1, it might never be a true 2-for-1. So that is my Beelstarmon deck. I have a great time playing this deck. I think it's one of the most fun archetypes in the game. I'll probably build a version of it every format. I've played and topped with this every format since it came out. It's kind of like a goal to top with it at least once every format. But I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys get something out of this video. If you do, if you don't, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment what you like, leave a comment what you don't. Let me know what you think about the new setup with the new audio, the new cameras. I got this one, I got this one, I'm trying to get in that content creation game, get in that good space. Join the Discord, play in our tournaments. This soon will be up for a prize. Zach Roy custom Tyrannomon playmat. Right now we are still giving out the Bloom Lord playmats. I got new dice coming in. Updates will be on the channel, obviously. Shout outs to my roommate for making this shirt for me. Bricks Happen, GFG. There's a lot of good things coming. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you later.